Hello and welcome to this week's Mystic Message. This week's message is around the idea and terms of luck. The idea of luck, the phrases of like I'm lucky or I'm unlucky, I always have bad luck. The idea of luck and what it truly means and how to shift it. So, first of all, what is luck? Luck is this human construct devised to limit ourselves and our belief in ourselves and our capacity, capabilities, and true power by essentially handing it over to, this unseen force, letting something else or someone else drive the car, take the wheel. It implies a lack of free will. Implies a lack of accountability, and it promotes these beliefs of powerlessness, right? When we talk about luck, we're often speaking in these ways of, oh, I'm lucky. And that is taking the credit from what you did to create that good luck. Whereas on the flip side, I'm so unlucky, I always have bad luck, is lack of accountability. It's victimhood. It's implying that you're powerless and that we don't have a say. We don't have free will, all of those things. And so, it's an interesting concept. And so outside of this kind of construct of luck, if we think about it in more of, an energetic type of thing, what we're really thinking about is good things happening, things like, abundance and manifestation, right? That's truly what we mean underneath it all, underneath the surface level way that we speak and think about it. And so what came through for this message is like, let's break it down and talk about these components that formulate our luck, right? Um, our perspective and mindset is always such a contributing factor to luck. These are the thought forms, these are the things we say, how we view the world, how we view our reality, how we view our capabilities. It's our mindset. It's all of those things, right? If we're always saying, I have bad luck, I have bad luck, I have bad luck, I never win, right? Guess what? Law of attraction, you're not gonna win. You're gonna keep attracting more crappy luck. Whereas, saying the opposite, it can help, right? But it's more so, when we speak about it in these disempowering ways, and usually it's born out of these deeply rooted belief systems and programming that are, we have these neural pathways in our brain that were created when we were kids for the most part. And, whether it's related to ancestral wounds and limitations over there or trauma or things like that, we create these associations and sometimes we don't realize what's bubbling just below the surface. We don't realize that these deeply rooted belief systems are impacting what we attract into our reality. So really diving deeper into what are the, when you have those thoughts or when you say those things, catch yourself in those moments and go deeper because that kind of leads us to the second thing, which is the shadow and the deeper subconscious. It's the trauma and the wounds and ancestral patterns that come from our family lineage and the way that we were brought up, right? If you were raised in poverty and, your parents always said things like, we're poor, nothing we can do about it, this just is the way it is. You kind of adopt that mindset, and then you have this subconscious belief that you're always going to be living in poverty and you're always going to be struggling financially. And you may not realize that that is what is feeding some of those thoughts of, yeah, I'm never gonna win. I'm never gonna get that thing. I'm never gonna get ahead. I'm never gonna make the amount of money that I need to make. I'm always gonna be struggling, right? And then it to the surface level, it's this, well, I just have bad luck. But it's deeply rooted. It's deeply rooted in some of this ancestral stuff and also karmic things, things from past lives, these patterns that repeat lifetime after lifetime. Um, And then sometimes it's straight up, this is our third one. So straight up energetic causes. This can be energetic implants. This can be curses from this lifetime, other lifetimes, ancestral curses, intention-based energy, contracts from this lifetime or other lifetimes, right? These are more, um, energetic. It's these energetic things that are just kind of sticking to us that we just need to get rid of, clear ourselves from it. Energetic parasites, right? They keep our vibration low. And, all of these things, these, perspective and mindset around, thought forms and belief systems and programming, and then subconscious stuff like ancestral and karmic wounds, and then these external energetic things, they all lower our vibration. And everything at the end of the day is operating under the law of attraction. And if you're vibrating low, you're going to attract low. So you are attracting bad luck, but it's not out of your control. You have the control and power to shift your vibration. And then if you raise your vibration, now you're attracting higher vibrational things, more abundance, more love, more connection, those types of things. The next couple of things that came in were things, these first three are ones that, I'm like, yeah, duh, I already know. I wouldn't need to channel that. But the next two were very interesting ones that came through for this week's Mystic Message. One, this is again around how to improve your luck, how to raise your vibration, and how to attract the things, manifest essentially what you're looking to manifest and have that power, right? Connecting to the earth. There's something, and I'm getting wicked chills. I love those moments. So there's something about connecting so deeply to the earth, right? When you go outside and you plant your feet in the earth, your bare feet in the ground, in the dirt, you're connected to this deep, wide, vast, abundant system that is the earth, right? The moment you're touching the ground, that ground connects to all of the ground in the on the planet, and that is abundant. When you go outside and you let the air touch you, that air, there's an abundance of it. It's everywhere. And the moment you're touching that air exists and connects to all of the air within our planet. When you're standing outside and it starts to rain, and all of that rain begins to touch you, or you step into the ocean, all of that water is connected to an abundance of other water that exists in this planet. And so there is something so beautiful and this like little hidden secret, excuse me, around abundance that is simply connecting to nature, which is accepting that we're here to be human beings connecting to nature. So that is a beautiful component of that, that came through that I could keep going deeper on, but I'm not going to for this particular message. And then the last thing that came through was around our soul purpose. Do what you came here to do. If you do what you came here to do, I'm getting chills again, you will attract abundance. You will manifest what you want. And when it comes to soul purpose, that involves the healing, which is the first chunk of this message, but also what you're here to give to the world. And what you're doing when you heal all of these layers of BS and you step into the version of yourself that you were meant to be to give back to humanity in whatever way that looks like. That could be through just having a smile on your face and having a high vibrational energy that other people feel good around, through healing the earth by loving her, right? It doesn't always have to be these big grand things, right? We're not all out here to like save the world, right? We are in our own little ways that are super, super powerful. But what this really is about, it's about authenticity. Because when you are fully in purpose and you are embodied in purpose, when you've done all of these things, when you've done these deeply rooted healing things, you've cleared out your external energetic forces that are affecting you and in your home, you connect with the earth and accept that you're here to be a human. You cannot escape it, embrace it, and connect with the extensions of Mother Gaia, which are the elements, and you find yourself in purpose, you are authentically you. And the best way to have good luck or manifest what you really truly desire is by embodying your authentic self. And it's really that simple. And I think this is a message we all need to hear at this time, is around authenticity because I think we're all really struggling and it does feel like, the world is crumbling around us, whether it's the external world, your inner world, or a little bit of both. At the end of the day, the solution is to just be yourself. Sounds easier said than done. You got to peel back those layers and do the healing to discover what that looks like. But embody and embrace your authentic self. Be raw, be vulnerable, be loud, be quiet, be big, be small, be whatever you need to be in any given moment that feels authentic to you. All right? That is your message. And I hope that that helps you get through the week.